Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Grace, and in my channel I like to just talk about pregnancy and what it's like to be a first-time mom. My baby girl is due December and I am currently heading into my third trimester, so it's been a little bit harder to record and just do the daily tasks that I want to do. In this video I'm going to be answering your guys' question on YouTube and also Instagram. If you don't follow my Instagram, go ahead and check it out in my link description box below. Yeah, so let's get started. So the first question is, what is the sensation like when your belly starts to grow little by little? Definitely, it's uncomfortable. If there's only one word to use to describe the belly growth, it's very uncomfortable because you experience so much of the round ligament pain, which is like, it feels like cramps, but it hurts a lot on the sides of like your uterus, abdominal area, and you have lower back pain. And every time I eat or if I overeat, I notice that my back pain becomes worse because there's more weight. I am keeping track of my weight. So every time I'm in the bathroom, I'm usually keeping track of like how much weight I'm gaining, and sometimes it can be very alarming because your body feels heavier and you are heavier at a more alarming rate than you want. And every week you're like gaining 1 to 2 pounds, which is a lot, and I've never gained this amount of weight before. So yeah, it can be alarming. Do you feel any kind of weight in your belly? Oh yeah, for sure. So I do feel a lot heavier and I feel more full, bloated sometimes, but just more full and more round. And a lot of times, like when I touch my belly, it's stiff and it just feels very uncomfortable. You just feel like a big watermelon or cantaloupe or a whale. Do you feel your baby's movements? Oh yeah, for sure. I think starting around 20 weeks, I felt a lot of flutters. And then around 23, 24 weeks, I definitely felt more jabbing and kicking. And that was actually very strange to me and very weird. I was definitely not used to that because it's crazy to like know that there's a human being, like another being inside of you that's moving around, that's feeling what you're feeling, that's eating whatever you're eating, that's peeing and pooing, and it's just so weird, like that sensation. Does your belly hurt when the baby moves? For the most part, I want to say like 98% of the time the baby is not hurting me. There are times when the baby will grab or press against like a nerve or my bladder, and I can tell that she's doing that because I just start feeling very uncomfortable all of a sudden, or like something starts hurting in my back and my sides, and I know that it's due to the baby like moving around in there. It can definitely be uncomfortable, but the baby moving itself is not hurting me. Cheers. Has your belly button started to come out? What week did your belly button come out? So I'm currently in my 26 weeks, day 1, and I still don't have an outie, so it is still an innie belly button, but it definitely is very shallow. So I think in the upcoming weeks, maybe week 28, 29, I'm guessing it will become an outie, but I'm not sure which week exactly pregnant mamas have an outie belly button or when that starts showing up. Thoughts and plans on doula. I definitely did a lot of research on birth doulas, and ideally for my first baby, I wanted a doula, and my husband was actually asking me a lot like, hey, are you sure you don't want a doula? But it's actually very expensive. Realistically, financially, it is over our budget, and it's going to cost us around $2,000 and like $300 for a birth doula. And I had to ask a lot of the moms, hey, what's the benefit of a doula? What exactly do they do? And I know for sure they are very, very helpful, and they can be such a great emotional support. But for me, I kind of felt like for the next baby, if I really, really need a doula, I will go ahead and hire a doula. For a postpartum nanny or doula, we did hire someone, so I'm very excited. I'm looking forward to that. It's going to be for 3 weeks. She will be living with us 24 hours. She'll be in charge of doing all the laundry, cooking, cleaning, helping me feed the baby, breastfeeding. She has some kind of lactation knowledge, so she'll be able to help me with that. Also bathing the baby and until the baby's cord falls off, and yeah, just all the baby care basics she'll be able to teach me, which I am very appreciative of because we are first-time parents and we don't know anything. I'm very excited for that. I think one concern is I don't know her personally and she'll be living with us, so I just hope that we're all like comfortable with each other and she'll be comfortable as well. If I had to spend my money, I would rather spend it on postpartum doula rather than the birth doula. So that's why I decided to do that. The postpartum doula actually costs us like $4,500. It's actually a lot, but I think it's worth it because she'll be doing everything that I can't do, and I want to be able to recover and have that time and space with the baby and learn with her, and also have the space to like recover. So my thoughts on being single and then being married and then now becoming a new mom, all in my 20s, it's been very, I don't know how to describe it in one word or in a couple words, but it's definitely been a ride. I think being single, the perks is you get to just do life on your own, like at your own pace, whatever you want to do, whatever suits you, and whatever desires, ambitions, goals that you have, you get to achieve it, and you have time to discover and explore like who you are in the context of your lens. And then once you become married, you have the context of another person living with you and doing life with you. It's not just about you. It becomes more about we, like working as a team together and making decisions as a team, as two people become one. And then now that I'm becoming a mom, it's like, wow, there's gonna be another person that I have to take care of and think about and love on. And it's a lot on my plate for sure, but I would not go back to being single. I would not want this in another way. So I'm very happy and looking forward to being a mom. At every stage in life, you learn so much about yourself and you become more humble and more gracious towards other people and more empathetic. And that is just one of the biggest rewards, I guess, in terms of personal growth and development. Do I miss being single or miss being married, newlyweds, and all that jazz? I do. I think there are times when I do because it's very much like a youthful period and a blissful period. Like you're more ignorant, you're more innocent, you haven't gone through life as much. You are like in this period of pure like happiness, like la la land, being a newlywed or being single and things like that. But there are definitely a lot of bad experiences when I was single too, so I don't miss those times. And being married, especially if you marry the right person, it is sincerely the best thing. Any body insecurities? Oh yeah, for sure. I never felt so insecure in my life until I got pregnant. I feel like because I've gained weight in the past, but I was still like very young, so I had time to like lose it. But now that I'm pregnant and I'm gaining at such a fast pace, it's very alarming to me. And I get so many stretch marks around my thighs, on my butt, and around my waist area, and it's not pretty. And I just really miss my pre-pregnancy body. Not just physically, like how you look, it's also like mental. It affects you like mentally and emotionally, like how you feel. And being overweight has made me feel a lot more like exhausted, a lot of fatigue going on, and just not lazy, but just kind of like, wow, I miss having like that energy and hype that I had when I was younger and when I wasn't pregnant. Biggest pregnancy craving has been fruits and sweets, especially in the first trimester. I actually don't have a pregnancy craving during my second trimester. I've really been trying to eat healthier and more fiber, also because I get super constipated easily now, and my legs right now are so swollen that I want to just take care of my body and my baby as well. If you were to ask me if I had any food aversions or any foods that I don't like, I was actually surprised because I was a huge meat eater before I was pregnant. I noticed that I haven't eaten a lot of meat this trimester and in my first trimester. So like the late end of first trimester, I stopped eating meat, and then second trimester, I would eat meat like here and there because I know it's a good source of like iron and folate. In general, I noticed that I just don't like meat anymore, which is sad, I guess. I don't remember the last time I really enjoyed eating meat. Battling anxiety and stress. I would say that anxiety and stress, more anxiety because anxiety causes stress for me, and anxiety is the overarching emotion, I guess, of pregnancy. And I don't know if that's because that's innately like who I am, or just being a mom, that's kind of the whole package, it comes with it. But I definitely felt so anxious all throughout my pregnancy, more so my first trimester, obviously because I had a miscarriage last year, and this is my first time being pregnant and being a new mom and things like that. So there were definitely waves of anxiety, especially because I didn't know what was going on. So every time a new symptom would arise and I wasn't sure if this was normal, I wasn't sure if this was okay, or if I needed to go to the emergency, but I just kind of trusted my gut, and usually my gut reaction was correct. When in doubt, I did ask my doctor. We have a messaging portal system where I can just message her whenever I want, and that usually eases my anxiety and stress a lot. I also look online, see on Reddit and YouTube, and do research and ask moms like if this is normal symptom or not. If it ever gets to a point where I'm super anxious and I just can't stop overthinking and can't sleep because of it, I'm praying and I'm learning to surrender and trust in God, because everything is in His hands and everything is in His control, and there's so much of life that is out of your control. So I have to just accept that reality and do the best that I can, and that's the only thing that I can do. Baby registry stuff. We've been compiling our baby registry and we have a ton of stuff on there, but not as much as other moms, I think, because we're trying to be as minimalistic and saving and efficient as much as possible, since we do have a small space. We did buy a few items from Amazon here and there. If you're ever interested, I have an Amazon storefront you can check out in the link description box below. So on my Amazon list, I have all my baby registry stuff that we'll be purchasing and asking our families and friends to gift us with. And baby shower, I'm planning on doing a small baby shower or baby sprinkle about a month before the baby is due. That will be very exciting and fun. Baby name, we actually did come up with a baby name and I am very happy with it. What's hard is like if you end up telling the name to your family or your friends, like people have so many opinions and then it gets to you. So initially I had a name that I really liked and I told both our families, but my in-laws, they didn't like that name because they knew a girl with that name who was not nice. And then it got to me and I was like, oh shoot, like now I can't use that name anymore. But I realized that name was common anyway, like very common anyway. So we decided on a different name and we haven't told our families yet, but it's just like the thought that, oh my gosh, what if we announce this name to our family and friends or family and then they're like, we don't like that name. So that's what I'm kind of worried about, but I'm really trying not to, think about it too much because it's not their daughter, but it's our daughter. The fact that it has real meaning behind it, it's like a shortened version of a longer name. So I really like that. And we also have a Korean name for her in mind as well. So I'm looking forward to that. I want to see like their reaction, but at the same time, like I also worry that when I see the baby's face that she won't be that name. So I'm like contemplating still, but definitely have a name in mind, which we won't announce until the baby is here. If you really enjoyed this Q&A, please give it a like and subscribe to my channel if you haven't. I have a lot of content ideas in mind for the near future. It's just been really hard because I'm currently heading into my 3rd trimester and it's exhausting, but I'll be showing you guys my hospital bag, baby essentials like newborn care, and hopefully a video of us like giving birth to our first kid, and I want to share all of that with you guys. And so please look forward and follow my journey for more. I'll see you later. Bye.